as a non-commissioned officer and obtained the grade of Master Sergeant. His first assignment was as a mobile guard radio repair relay repairman, where he often found himself living in tents in remote sites such as Japan, Okinawa, and Taiwan. He was later promoted to the Doppler shop chief. He was then selected to be commissioned. He attended the Academy of Military Science, where he was first in his class academically, and designated the honor student. Later, he was assigned as a Consolidated Aircraft Maintenance Squadron Commander and promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. He has worked on the F-84, the F-86, the T-33, the F-105, the F-4, and the KC-135 aircraft. He retired as a highly decorated Lieutenant Colonel from the 108th Air Refueling Wing at McGuire Air Force Base. He and his wife, Noreta, have 7 children, 13 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, our honored and Grand Marshal, retired Lieutenant Daniel W. Lingle.
Hooray!
Good morning. I don't want to mess this thing up. Mayor Young, an honorable guest, and the patriotic citizens of Southampton, good morning. Like I said, it's a great day. It's not raining. It's hot, but I'll take that. I am proud to stand before you this morning representing all the men and women who served in the military from the very beginning to the present time, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice. And it's honor of them that I'm here today as the Grand Marshal. I have lived in Southampton Township for 43 years, but I have never been as humble or as proud as I was this morning when we visited the 3 cemeteries and the 2 memorials. I thought about those that we were there to honor. Some of them were in really bloody battles, fighting for their very lives. They had to live in tents, some on bare ground, in all kind of weather. And at the same time, they had to be concerned about their families back here in Southampton. Mothers, fathers, raising their kids alone, worried about paying the mortgage, worried about keeping their cars running, trying to pay the bills of a small military retirement. And the more I thought about them, the prouder I was of what they did for us. It's sad to say, but there are many towns and cities that no longer have Memorial Day parades or ceremonies. How shameful to forget those veterans, those fallen veterans, that served so proudly for their country. And I thank God for Vincenttown and towns like ours that still proudly recognize the service of their men and women. And I know it's been said before, but Mayor Young, I would like to thank you and everybody responsible. There's a lot of people. I was amazed at the number of people that are involved in organizing and planning and executing this parade. They did a great job. I would like to give them a big hand. I would also like you to keep our troops that are serving us around the world in your prayers, especially those in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm reminded of a recent story that I read about a young 21-year-old soldier that was really badly wounded in Afghanistan. He was airlifted back to Washington, D.C., and he was in the Walter Reed Hospital where the surgeon saved his life, but they had to amputate one leg. And this is a true story. USO tour going through the hospital, the very next day stopped at his bedside, and they told him how sorry they were that he had to lose a leg. And I think his response back to them shocked them. I know it shocked me when I read it, but I'd like to share it with you this morning. He said, and I quote, "Please, please don't feel sorry for me. I was willing to give my life for my country, but in the end I only had to give up one leg." And I think that says it all. That's the type of men and women we have serving today. They're courageous. They're willing to lay down their life for their country and for their fellow soldiers. and I just can't say enough about them. I know the veterans that we're here to honor today would be very proud of them. I know I'm proud of them. In closing, I would just like to say God bless America, and God bless all of you for coming out to honor our fallen veterans today. Thank you.
Then, on behalf of all the township residents and the township committee, I present this plaque to you, and I thank you for your service.
Yeah.